A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a pivotal moment for U.S. immigration policy, the Supreme Court is set to hear arguments on President Donald Trump's controversial executive order aimed at ending birthright citizenship, a practice that has been in place for over a century. The case, which has garnered national attention, will explore not only the validity of Trump's order but also the extent of lower courts' powers to issue nationwide injunctions against presidential policies. Trump's executive order, issued shortly after he began his second term, sought to redefine who qualifies for citizenship under the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. This amendment, ratified in 1868, guarantees citizenship to all individuals born or naturalized in the United States, a principle that has been upheld by a Supreme Court ruling in the 1898 case of United States versus Wong Kim, Arkansas. However, the Trump administration contends that this interpretation is flawed and has labeled the practice of granting citizenship to children of non-citizens as birth tourism. Since the executive order was signed, federal judges in Washington state, Maryland, and Massachusetts have issued nationwide injunctions to block its implementation, arguing that it undermines fundamental American values. The Supreme Court, with its conservative 6-3 majority, will now determine whether these lower court judges overstep their authority by issuing such broad injunctions. The stakes are high, as a ruling favoring Trump could not only end birthright citizenship but also set a precedent for future executive orders, potentially enabling the Trump administration to bypass judicial checks on its power. Legal experts are divided on the likely outcome, with some suggesting that the justices may choose to limit their ruling to the authority of lower courts, rather than addressing the constitutional merits of birthright citizenship itself. The implications of this decision could reverberate across various policies and executive actions challenged in courts nationwide. As the hearing approaches, advocates for birthright citizenship are rallying to defend the principle as a cornerstone of American democracy, with the ACLU describing Trump's order as a reckless and ruthless repudiation of American values. Meanwhile, Trump supporters argue that the current interpretation of the 14th Amendment incentivizes illegal immigration and undermines national sovereignty. As the nation watches closely, the Supreme Court's decision could reshape the landscape of U.S. citizenship and immigration policy for generations to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.